You want to import rice, but there are so many prices on the market that you don't know where to choose. Which is the primary supplier for you? We need to set the question, what factors affect the quality of rice? I have these 7 keys to answer you. Season, purity, broken basis, moisture, polish method, foreign matter, and damage content. First, let's talk about the season. The time the rice is harvested. In Vietnam, there are 2 rice harvest times in a year. The summer-autumn crop, gathered at the end of July of the lunar calendar, and the winter-spring crop, harvested in December. Due to the impact of weather in Vietnam, winter-spring rice is better than the summer-autumn rice in terms of quality and appearance. Therefore, rice prices for the winter-spring crop are higher than the other crop. Next, purity. Rice purity is an essential factor affecting the price of rice. The price you receive from the suppliers will be the price corresponding to this rice line. For example, if a jasmine rice supplier offers you a surprisingly low price, don't get excited. Consider how much of this is jasmine rice. Rice prices in many places are cheap because of the high degree of confusion. While in agriculture, we usually provide rice with purity above 1 kilogram, which is completely 0%. However, it is flexible for us to supply the rice lines based on the customer requirements. Move on. Broken basis. Take a look at these 2 specs of the IR504 rice. On the left is IR504 with a 25% broken rate. On the right is a 5% broken one. We can see a clear difference in appearance between these 2 types of rice. The rice on the right is more round, shiny, and has a firmer grain. And of course, the higher the broken rate of the total, the lower quality of the rice, and so on the price. Moisture. According to agricultural experts, the moisture standard of rice should be maintained at a maximum of 14%. If the rice is more than 14% moist, there would be much worse quality and it can only be used for a maximum of 1 month. After that time, the rice will be susceptible to mold. If the rice is too wet, over 17% moist, it will be closely associated with the husk, making the milling process more difficult. It reduces the ability to filter impurities and cleaning process of the rice will also be affected. For the rice that are too dry with the moisture content lower than 14%, the characteristic of dry grain are high disintegration, easy sieving, brittle grain, and easily broken during milling, adversely affecting the rice quality. And finally, the standard dry rice with the moisture content between 14 and 14.5%. This is the most suitable moisture for rice milling and gives good grain quality. Foreign matter and damage content. The rice will be mixed with impurities during the milling process, or the husk cannot be removed. The lower the ratio, the higher the quality of the rice. With high-quality rice, this index is extremely small at 0.01%, and this is the quality standard of agricultural rice. Finally, polishing methods. Usually, there are 2 polishing methods, polishing rice with oil and polishing rice with water. However, polishing rice with oil costs more and makes the rice more shiny and attractive, so there will also be a price difference here. We have mentioned all important factors about the spec of rice that an importer needs to understand when researching a market, especially in a current market with such a wide variety of specs and prices. In general, my advice is not to rush to evaluate the price. Consider the spec carefully and you will be able to master this competition playground.